asking. You will always see that. For sure. I have a long question to ask you. I done request live. You know what time it is. When do you know when to cut a man off? As soon as you get to the point where you're on KB's live asking, cut him off. I love dating women, me too. Men are logical, then why? Great woman. They're not so logical. And I've always been a firm, firm believer and an advocate that I don't think that whole logic shit was ever really real or true. I've also said on multiple occasions, I don't know if y'all remember, but I'm always like, if the whole logic shit that they like to say about women being too emotional, niggas being too logical, then why are there more niggas in jail right now for doing shit? You know what I'm saying? For crashing out about a girl that 9 times out of 10 didn't even like for real. You know? Like, who do you think, how many more niggas you think are in jail for that than there are women in jail for niggas? So it kind of tells you everything you need to know. Niggas get real emotional. So niggas get real emotional, man. Especially when that ego comes into play and, it's not so logical no more, So that's just the reality. Yeah, I always thought it was a myth. That's why sometimes, I catch me getting a little bit frustrated on here because when a girl comes to me and says, I stayed for 15 years after he gave me 2 kids with no marriage because I cared for him. Don't make me mad. If you want to piss me off and piss me off quickly, try to validate that shit by, try to validate the nut shit that you do with saying, well, I did it because I cared. That's how you'll piss me off. There is no amount of love or care in this world that will have you in a situation for that long. At some point, it becomes stupidity. Like maybe the first couple of things that they do, okay, that might be just you're reacting in an emotional way and you want to care, so on and so forth. But that much, like, come on, gang. You gotta be real. What's good? What's good? I did not. If a guy tells you he needs some space and blocks you, it means he loves you. I had a guy ask me to drive 3 hours to see him. He's in PA, I'm in New York. He's not blocked. I don't blame you. What's the word, S? How you doing? Why my man get quiet when he around me but loud with his friends? You want him to yell at you? What do you mean, Morgan? Like, do you want him to, what do you mean like loud? Like, do you want him to like be excited? Like, what are you looking for? He is, wow. But also, if I'm being real, I mean, like, you're naturally gonna have a different dynamic than you do with your partner than you have with your friends. So naturally, though, that's how it happens. Especially if you're not that comfortable, like, you're gonna have a different dynamic usually. So that's just what it is. Like, my vibe might talk a little bit different to her homegirls than she do like to me. That's just how it go. Yeah, exactly. So it's not always a bad thing. What's good? It's that time, man. It's that time. If any of y'all have any questions, any situations for me, man, I would be mad. I'm sensitive. Type shit. Is once a cheater, always a cheater? Why are you asking? Isabel? How do you know a man's ego is bruised after you cut him off? How do you know a girl didn't cut a guy off for the right reasons? Just look at that question. See, there's always questions to questions, right? How do you know a girl didn't actually cut a man off for the right reasons? That question right there. Still worried about the wrong shit. That's why niggas never had to worry about some of y'all, man. Niggas never had to worry about some of y'all, man. You know what it is. All right, disclaimer time, disclaimer time, disclaimer time, disclaimer time. We are here. Y'all know what time it is. If I have any questions, it could just be a scenario that you're confused about. It doesn't have to be anything necessarily negative. Maybe you're just confused about something. You can always join. But let's go. Let's go. If you know for a fact that you may be a sensitive person, maybe you don't take lightly to certain approaches, that is completely okay. But I'm not going to be the content creator for you. No, I'm not here to hurt your feelings. However, I am very blunt and straightforward. I've been doing this a very long time, and I do just want to see everybody win at the end of the day. So don't take offense to anything that I have to say. If you're under age 21, please do not join my live. Let's get this 21 plus. If you're under age 21, man, it's okay. Just take a step back. It's a canon event. You could always watch it live, ask questions in the comments. You just can't get up in the box. And this is where it gets more important. If you know for a fact that you may have the IQ of a peanut, to where you cannot see past your nose just because your feelings are involved, I will not be the content creator for you. All right, 9 times out of 10, only here and looking for the validation of somebody that 9 times out of 10 never really cared, and I can't give you something that never really existed. How can KB give you a validation when a nigga never really gave a fuck about you for real? Kind of get what I'm saying? You feel me? I can't do that. Where you out in my room? This is where it gets more important. I'm talking about this where it gets more important. If you know for a fact that you may that another person on this earth has control over your brain, to where you have access to all these different resources, but I remember the beginning, I was talking to him and he took me out on 3 dates. He said that we're gonna get married and he really liked me, but no, he doesn't. I can't help you. He was lying. I can't explain to you why that nigga was lying. I can't break down a liar's mind. He's lying. He lied. He put his best foot forward, or she put her best foot forward, and she lied about it. All right? Let's do it. Damn, I lost the one request I had. Who got something for me, man? I'm here. Man, simply, trust me. All right, let's see. First one up here, we got Queen, man.
Hi.
What's the word?
Okay, so I'm a little nervous to ask this question. Okay, so I've been off and on with a guy since 2021. Now, we've been broken up for like a little over a year now.
What's the ages?
Huh?
What's the ages? How old are you? How old is he?
I think he's now 37. I'm 33.
How old are you?
33.
Okay.
So we have a 2-year-old kid together. So I've been with him off and on since 2021. He met another woman in 2022. But
we had the child, and I'm assuming 2023, right? 2023.
Yeah, I had her in 2024.
2024. Okay.
I did not know about the other lady. The lady didn't know about me. She called me. I guess she went through his phone. Well, they're now married, and I'm trying to figure out how can I get over it successfully. Because like I said, neither one of us knew about each other for 4 years. They're now married. She's now about to have a baby and stuff like that. So
what was it? So what do you feel like? Because you said you've been on and off for like good 5-6 years now. What do you think the reasons were for the off period? Like what would happen? Would he cheat? Was there a commitment issue? Was it like arguments? What would be the reason that would be off?
Petty stuff, like if I question him too much. Like if I don't understand something, I'm going to ask questions. Right. Like if your movements don't make sense, I'm going to question you about it until it makes sense to me.
Right.
And he didn't like it. But I don't know. I'm just trying.
It might be questioned. So when you're not, one of the biggest indicators that somebody is not really committed to you, you always have to look at how they respond to your questions.
True.
Look at how many questions there are, right? If you really, really want to know if somebody's interested, or if they really care, look at how they address each concern or issue. One of the things I've noticed on either side, like if the more you care, especially as a man, the more you're willing to accept the amount of questions that come with, you know what I'm saying, being in a relationship with somebody that you like. So just always keep that, I'll be aware of that. But the reason why that would happen was because obviously he had the other woman, but she didn't know about her. So now you're asking me how you get over somebody who was never serious from the beginning?
That sounds like a crazy question hearing it. Like,
You gotta be
I
real with
guess
ourselves,
because
though, man.
I guess the soul tie was kind of hard for me to get out of it. Like, I was, I was distraught when I heard about it. Like, when I heard about them, like, getting married, I was
They
very
got
happy.
married how many years or how many months after y'all stopped messing with each other?
Since March of 2025.
So
So I'm
March
still kind of in a
2025.
healing process.
Okay, so you stopped messing with him completely, I'd assume, in March of 2025. And then soon after that, he ended up getting married to this lady.
Yeah, the same year,
When did y'all find out about each other?
in March of 2025.
Damn. So,
And they
oh,
got married a few months after.
and what was her approach to the scenario? Was it like, hey, girl, I've been with this man for the past 3 years. We've been in a relationship. What was the exact context of what happened? Because I
That's
need to know.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what the context was. She was calm. Her demeanor wasn't like rah rah.
Huh?
She was apologetic for how he did me. That's why I was surprised that she married him.
Well, that's probably because she's been dealing with it for a very long time. So I think the difference is, so Queen, there are women who are much more accepting to certain behaviors, and they're okay with knowing who a person was or what they did to somebody else, as long as in their mind it's not being done to them. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in her mind, like I said, some women literally look at it as competing. They'll compete for a man. Kind of get what I'm saying? And that's when you know you're delusional. So she accepted him for who he was, and if it came down to it, she was ready to compete for him. Why at this point in time, Queen, knowing what you know about who this individual is and how they lied for 4 years? Think about that. Do you know how dangerous of a person you have to be to hide a whole other girlfriend for 4 years?
Yeah.
Just think about how dangerous you have to be in general. So, in my very, very honest opinion, it seems like she committed to a bigger problem. Because a marriage, a piece of paper and a ring isn't going to stop you from being who you are as a man. If just last year I was sitting here playing a woman, just because I'm married this year doesn't mean that I'm a better person because of it. That's not how it works. What it is if I'm a shitty person, I'm a shitty guy, and I know that's who I am, and I know I'm not going to change, it's easier for me to go get married to the person that's going to accept me for who I am, and that's not going to ask as many questions. You see how she addressed you when you first spoke to her, was calm, wasn't no rah-rah shit. It's like she kind of almost like she was accustomed to this already, right? It wasn't always going to get on. You know what I'm saying? It was always, so you have to understand, they find their perfect target, their perfect victim, and they keep being who they are. So my question to you now at this point, knowing what you know, why would you want to subject yourself to who this person is?
I don't. I've been trying to, like, I put myself in different hobbies so I could, focus my mind. He's a great father. I can't take that away from him. He still sees baby girl, but sometimes it's like, I just want to ask, but why though? Like, why did you have to do me like that? I didn't deserve that.
See, you're asking why a bad person is a bad person? Why a selfish person is a selfish person? Queen, do you feel like you're a bad person?
No,
Would you do somebody like that?
absolutely not.
And his behavior is not for you to understand. You will never understand it.
Yeah.
As if you're not who that person is, or if y'all aren't similar, you will never understand the negative things that they do. You will never get it. I could sit here and I could break it down to a T, which I can, right? But that doesn't even necessarily help. You'll still be looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, who thinks like that?
Yeah, true.
Even if I broke it down to you step by step, hey, the reason why this is what it, you know what I'm saying? You're still going to look at me like, well, it still doesn't make sense because you were still around me and we have a child together. That's how you're going to look at it. So what I would say is, look, you have a child, and I feel as though, again, clearly you dodged the bullet. 2025, you're messing with people. The next year you're married. That never ever works. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of healing that goes into this shit, and there's a lot of accountability that goes into it that he never took the time to at 37 at that to really look at. So I'm not just saying this to make you feel better. I'm literally telling you the reality of this shit.
No, you're not. You're not. I
spending so
appreciate
much
the
time
advice, but the
you know what I'm
comments
saying?
are like mean.
The comments, okay. We having a one-on-one conversation at this point, man. So yeah, you're spending time feeling bad about a dodged bullet. Something that really could have harmed you. So what could have been 10 years ended at 4 to 5 because he ended. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
You
get
blessed for
you.
that. And I'm sure you have a support system for you and your child. And like you said, he's a great father outside of that. So I say just keep it pushing. Don't watch them. Don't look at them. Time heals.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you having on. You know, on the other end, there are people right now that are in relationships, marriages with people, and they wish that nigga chose the other girl. No, I'm being real. They wish that nigga chose the other girl for real, for real. Like when they really got down to the nitty gritty and they really got down to knowing who that person was, they could sit back and they wish it didn't even get here. So hold on.
Hello?
What's going on?
Okay. So I used to talk to this guy who played in the NFL. Like me and him was talking for hold up. What was it? Okay, so I used to talk to this guy who played in the NFL. And me and him was talking for more than 12 years or whatever. And
what do you mean you were talking for more than 12 years?
Like, okay, so I've been talking to him ever since I was young.
How old? Give me the ages.
Technically, I was real young.
Like high school?
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I always wanted a relationship with him, but he never like really wanted a relationship. He just wanted us to like see each other, you know, from time to time. Cool, whatever. You know, we established it. So then now it's like, every time I like try to talk to him, because he wouldn't just be friends, cool, fine. But every time I talk to him, he always like he don't want to talk to me. Like I don't know how to explain. Like he is like getting on his nerves or whatever. And I was like, well, if you don't want to be friends with me, just let me go.
But look,
But he was like, I don't want to look.
But wait, just so you and I are very clear on this, right?
Okay.
You do understand that he didn't have any intentions of being real friends with you, right? Because if that were the case, y'all would have never been intimate, or nor would y'all have anything romantic at all. You and I,
exactly.
There's a very big difference between friends and being anything romantic, so on and so forth. Also, the reason why he worded it that way, though, is because you were always a standby girl, right? He never had any interest in you. He's always had you in his corner whenever he wanted somebody to use. But in terms of like somebody he wants to talk to every day, get to know, like as an individual, you were never that. But he knew
exactly.
If all else failed, you would be there because in his exactly in his mind, he already knew that you liked the idea of him more than you liked yourself. Also, he knows that he's in the NFL, right? So niggas that are in the NFL, guess what? A lot of them, they have the money, they have the girls, so on and so forth. They have the popularity. They're not looking at who wants them.
Exactly. And you see, that's the more I think about it, I'm like, okay, cool. I'll start fucking with you. So, but every single time I try to like start fucking with him, he'll sit there and try to apologize and all that bullshit. I'm about to try to hit it. So now it's like, okay, we established we're never gonna be in a relationship. Cool, fine. So every time I talk about another dude, he get upset and be like, oh, I don't want to see you no more. I don't want to do that. But when he talk about other girls, I gotta be okay with that shit. And so the other day, let me tell you about this stupid ass nigga. Like I really was so disgusted. This bitch gonna come.
Do y'all not be knowing when y'all are doormats? Do y'all not know does anybody know the true meaning of being a doormat? The double standard that comes with being a doormat?
Exactly. Yes.
So do you understand and accept that to him?
Oh no, never accept that. Never accept that.
But if you're not, you're saying you're not accepting it, but you're still engaging with this person. If you kind of get what I'm saying.
I know I need to start delete his ass on. I think it because he's the longest friend I ever had.
Yeah, like, we're friends, love.
You know what?
Do you know what a friend is? A man and a woman who are friends. Do you know what that is?
No, because I really stick to myself.
Right, you're the perfect victim too.
You're right.
No friends, no people that they could talk. Like you're isolated. So perfect victim.
You're right. I know I need to cut him off. I'm gonna just cut his ass off completely.
So what happened recently that you were about to tell me about?
Never mind. No, because that was crazy as hell. But
no, break it down. We're here.
No, because then people really gonna fucking judge me.
No. But remember, we want to hear these scenarios so that other people that may be going through the same thing, they could, just be a little bit aware. All the me getting your ass part, that's out the window.
Okay, so y'all don't look, and y'all chill out in the fucking chat. Okay,
Let's hear it.
He gonna FaceTime me fucking some girl. And I was so fucking irritated because that bitch woke me up out my motherfucking sleep for that bullshit. He FaceTimed me fucking some bitch and then trying to get me to tell her what to do. I was so fucking irritated. I'm like, bitch, you really woke me up out sleep for this bullshit. But again, I don't see him as like a person I want to be in a relationship with. He wanted to have a threesome with him. And I don't know, you're just fucking stupid. It was just stupid. You got yourself mute. No, don't I say though? Though I saying me and her got into me and her ended up getting into an argument, and then I just told him to leave him alone. Cause like, bitch, you got me fucked up. That was stupid.
Did you hang up?
Yeah. What?
How long did it take you to hang up?
About at least about 10 minutes. I don't know.
So you were on the phone with this man for 10 minutes while he was having intercourse with another girl.
Yes, my dumb ass, y'all. I'm telling you. I was so fucking stupid for this nigga. I don't know what it was. It was fucking stupid. He wanted me to have a threesome with her. Again, I don't have feelings for him. Well, that really established everything because I was so disgusted. I was so irritated. I'm like, oh.
But if you were so disgusted and irritated, why'd you stay on the phone for 10 minutes?
I don't fucking know. I really don't. I thought about the idea of having a fucking threesome, but the more I thought about it, I'm like, no, I can't have sex with another girl. So it's like, yeah.
I gotta ask you a question just from just another perspective. If you were him, right?
Yeah.
You're not you anymore. You're him now. You know you don't even care for this girl. Matter of fact, it's one of them things where you know somebody just doesn't like themselves so much you pity them. Right?
Facts.
How would you really feel about you? Just given it, because you know way more than me. You probably done did some crazy shit, right? No, you probably not gonna
No, that's the thing though. No, he's the only I only been with two people. He's the second person I ever been with. So it's like
I'm not talking about your outside of him. I'm talking about this scenario specifically. Right? You probably done some delusional shit for this person, right? What would you really like if you were him, how would you look at yourself?
A bitch that could be played with.
What else?
No, that's it. Just a bitch who could be played with. I really let this go. You know what? I'm really glad I actually got to see that shit because it really, really, really threw me the fuck off.
Not only did
so now I can just cut him off.
For 10 minutes and you enjoyed it.
No.
Yeah, let's be real. Irritated. If somebody called you, no. We're not, because a big part of like being able to progress, we have to accept the reality of shit, right? If somebody calls y'all phone right now, a dude that you maybe really liked, and he's having intercourse with another girl while you on the phone, you gonna sit up there for 10 minutes and watch him if you don't like it?
Exactly. Stupid bitch. Cause I was at the contemplating like, oh, I can do the threesome. No, the fuck I can't. I can't do it.
All right, well, so what's the next move? I mean, you've been dealing with this for 12 years.
Oh, so no, he good and fucking cut off. I'm talking to another nigga right now. So it's like he good. It just, I don't know.
You're talking to
it just because he was the longest friend I ever had. I just felt like I wanted to keep him.
That's the delusional part.
I know. And now that I know that, I know to move the fuck on. Cause he ain't worth it. The more I think about it, the more irritated I get. Like,
so what about the new guy that you're dealing with? Does he know?
Huh?
Is he the new guy that you're dealing with now? Or does he know about this?
No. Well, he watched my story, so he should know.
Your story? What do you be posting on your story?
On Snapchat.
What do you be posting on Snapchat?
Man, just talk about my nigga.
Talking about the NFL guy?
Yeah, my new guy.
No, I'm asking you, does the new guy know about the NFL guy?
Oh, no. No, that'll never happen. That's why he good and cut the fuck off. I know.
So because you found somebody else that you're more interested in now, it's easier for you to cut the last NFL guy off.
Yeah.
Keep that love far away from me.
Then I say he cut off now, so now I got a new guy who's actually sweet.
Doctor good. You need a doctor.
I got a therapist.
Keep this love as far away from me as you possibly can. Okay? That is crazy. Well, my recommendation to you ideally would be, you need to move on from a mental standpoint before you move on to other people. And that's just it, and that's that. The fact that you're on here talking about the NFL guy while you have a brand new guy that you're trying to talk to, get to know, it kind of tells you where your mind is at.
No, when I tell you I'm completely over that nigga, I swear on everything. No, like dead serious. I'm completely over him.
You be watching your Snapchat stories?
Yeah, he be watching my stories. Not like, look, hold up now. Because I like that. Look, don't do that. Okay, don't do that.
This is too easy.
No. Look, I'm completely over him. I'm for real.
Stop trying to convince yourself of things that aren't true, man. Do the work. All right?
You right. All right, thank you for listening, though.
All right, doctor.
All right.
Let's see. That is crazy. Shit, you never know what people got going on before you meet them, man.
Hello?
What's the word?
All right. So I had joined this like 2 weeks ago, and I talked about my situationship of like 5 years, whatever. And I said I was going to have a talk or whatever, and whatever. So I had the talk.
Wait. What did I tell you? What did I advise you to do last time?
Not to have the talk. But, I'm a very sentimental, person. I don't like to cut people off without reasoning, whatever. Cool. It's not just a situation. But anyways, so regardless of what, I had the talk. And it was crazy. But yeah, pretty much that's it. I just called to. Went on.
What was the talk? What
I had like written out a whole thing, like pretty much saying like we got to stop this. Like everything needs to be very platonic, blah blah blah. Because obviously we are friends, but yeah, but we don't really talk that much anymore. Because okay, so when I read the whole thing, the first thing he said was like, "Wait, but we're just friends." I was like, okay,
Monica,
cool.
But the thing is, Monica, look, the reason why I tried to stop you from embarrassing yourself, obviously you didn't listen to me, was because of his first response, right? You were going to go ahead and try to, obviously not try, you wrote a long thing for him, and this man never gave a fuck about you. So it's like, I didn't want you to embarrass yourself, which is why his response to that long ass shit you sent him was, wait, we were just friends.
No, I did it in person.
Oh, you did it in person?
Yeah. So then after that, he's like, just know that anybody that you talk to, I don't want to be around them, blah, 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 because you know that I like you. Okay, but you're contradicting yourself. And this is exactly why it needed to end, but he wasn't a big fan of that. No, it wasn't really a letter. It was just more like my words get like, right now my words are getting jumbled up. So I wrote it out so I could read it.
You wrote it out and read it to him?
Yeah.
In person?
Yes.
God. Monica. No, Monica. Monica.
My words be getting jumbled, so I gotta start. I
tried to help her, but they don't listen to me. Like,
I mean, it's like more like a, I had to get off my chest too. But yeah, regardless of what, he was like super mad about the whole thing or whatever. And then, yeah, we haven't. Monica, he's reached out.
Monica, I'm gonna hold your hands when I say this. He wasn't mad. He never gave a fuck. That's why you were in a situationship for 5 years.
Yeah.
He never gave a fuck. You're trying to convince yourself of this to make yourself feel better. But the truth is he never cared. And this could have been avoided. Okay? Whatever friendship that you think you can have with this person won't exist because it was never anything genuine to begin with. In order for two people to be friends for real, there has to be some type of generosity on both ends, right? There has to be some type of consideration. There has to be, like, that's a homegirl. Like, I would never look at her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the friendship that you're looking for, I mean, technically speaking, it's not going to happen, right? So my recommendation to you will be cutting off all access. Obviously, therapy always helps.
Of course, I'm in therapy.
You can talk to about it every week, and then you move forward. But you say you have a therapist?
Yeah.
Did you tell him that you were gonna write this shit down and say that to him in real life?
Yeah.
What did the therapist say?
I have like a whatever, like your boundary issue, putting up proper boundaries and shit. So she wasn't a big fan of it
So
either.
She told you not to do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So not even the therapist can help you. Monica, the next step will be a psychiatrist. Right?
A psychiatrist.
Yeah. The therapist ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, you have somebody that you're talking to every week that's telling you, hey, that's a professional. Hey, don't do this, and you're doing things either way. So I think the next level is just is that okay? I'm being real though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Monica, man, I appreciate you having on.
All right.
Like what? Just could you imagine writing some shit down, like a long ass paragraph or a letter, and reading it to the person that's had you in a situationship for 5 years in real life, and only for them to say, "But wait, we're just friends." I'm not going. I swear. I'm sorry. Just lock me up before I do it. All right, let's see. That is an ego booster for him, though. I can't lie. What's the word? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. What's the word?
Okay. So this is low-key funny to me because I'm not even taking it that seriously. But okay. So I met this one guy in college and we didn't do anything until like this summer. So this summer I come to him and I'm like, we should like be friends with benefits because, you know, I was a little bored. So we start like, you know, being friends with benefits. And then he introduced me to his mom. What's up?
Hey, what? How old are both parties? Because wait, how old are you guys?
I'm 24 and he's like a little younger than me. So 23.
So at 24, right? 2 decades and 4 years. Okay, that means you've experienced, you've been breathing air for 2 decades and 4 years. You have knowledge. You go up to a man that you met in college, which, you know, y'all weren't doing anything at first, cool. And for you asked him to be a friend of benefits?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. I'm just making sure we're on the same page, Pat. You know, you don't hear that often, so break it down.
Okay, so we started doing this stuff and then he introduced me to his mom. And I was like telling him not to do that. Then he introduced me to his whole family and stuff. So I was like a little stressed about that because I didn't want anything serious.
Yeah.
Because that's not giving like friends with benefits.
Right.
So then, damn, your chat is so disrespectful. Like, dang, I'm coming up here telling my business. Like, what?
To be fair, you know, let's be real. Like, if you go up to a grown ass man as a woman and ask him to be a friend with benefits, people are gonna look at you like you're crazy, right? Like,
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta be real with ourselves. That's to them. That's just like desperate to them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
to guys?
No. Well, yes, for one, to us, for sure, right? For sure. Mm-hmm. But I mean, to the comments, they're gonna look at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But that's neither here nor there. Continue. So you introduce you to the whole family. You're like, man, why the fuck? You know, like you don't want that to happen. Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then after that, yeah. So then after that, he's like telling me he like loves me, like while we're like, you know. And then I was like kind of like freaked out by that, so I cut him off. Mm-hmm. But then we started talking again. And then after that, we basically talked it out. But yeah, now we're cool and everything, but I'm about to like go off to college, so no, for real, tough crowd, bro. Tough host as well.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm not even on you.
Nah, you was actually kind of. I didn't know how you was talking to me, but you know, it's alright. But anyway,
but Pat, you also gotta understand, right? So my goal here ideally isn't to shame anybody. However, when you're doing things that don't necessarily, at least as out of the norm, I'm gonna react like, huh? And you get what I'm saying? Like, what you got going on? But okay, I started talking to each other again. You gotta go up to college. Now what?
Yeah, now I'm about to like kind of like cut him off, but then I'm like kind of thinking, I'm like, I'm like, should I even like continue like a friendship with him? Because like, you know,
Why would you continue a friendship with them? Why?
what's the disclaimer? You must not heard the disclaimer. Nah, I didn't.
No, that's okay. It's okay. Why would you want to continue a friendship with them?
Well, I feel like we had like a good bond.
You had a good
That's
bond.
mostly it.
You had a good bond with your friends with benefits.
Yeah.
What kind of bond is this?
Like we just into the same things.
Okay. Did
Yeah.
you see yourself dating him at some point?
Nah, probably not. Because
Why
of the way it started. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, shit. Just let him know. Coochie's closed. I got to go to school. When I come back, Coochie will be open again. Just let him
Probably
know.
not though.
No more.
Nah, not really.
What if you get back? But Pat, what if you get bored again?
Bro, you're doing too much.
What? No, Pat. I understand that when you get bored, you want to pop it a little bit. I get it, girl. Trust me.
Nah, he really doing a lot. You really doing a lot for the
Pat,
chat.
no, I'm literally going. I'm saying what you say.
He really doing a lot for the chat.
No, I'm just literally just. I'm trying to be on your side here. Like I'm not. We're anti-chat right now. So.
Nah, you talking crazy though, for real.
I'm literally repeating what you say.
All right, it's okay.
How am I going crazy if I'm literally just saying literally what you told me?
It's cool. It's cool.
Oh, you ain't like how I said it?
I said it's cool.
Pat, man, lock in. All right, man. Lock in.
All right.
I be trolling for real. Damn. So, is anybody else popping it for friends with benefits for the summer? Who, anybody popping it for the maybe fall? Popping it for Halloween? Out of boredom, who else popping it when they bored? Oh man. No, I'll bugger with you, Pat, bro. Let's see.
Hello?
What's the word?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
Okay, nothing much. Just driving.
Actually, wait, hold on. I thought you was even here. Hold on, Banks. Come on after Gigi.
Me?
Let's request again. Now I'm talking to you, Gigi. Come on. Are you connected to your car, Gigi? Can you hear me?
Yeah, wait, should I not?
Yeah. Disconnect from the car. Yeah, you'll sound better.
Can you hear me better now?
Way better. Go ahead. Break it down.
Okay. So, I play soccer with my boyfriend.
Okay.
And there's this one girl, and she broke up with her boyfriend, and her ex looks exactly like my man.
Exactly like him?
She recently broke up with him, and I've been going to soccer for 2 weeks, and he's been... Say that again?
Wait.
Like, they look pretty similar. Like, the same kind of breed. Imagine, like, having a dog. Yeah. So anyways, I go to soccer, and I've been going for 2 weeks, and he's been so iffy to the point where, like, he super distant, barely talks, and it kind of came out of nowhere. Like, we had a few problems, but we could talk it out, and now he was, like, hella iffy. And then, like, to the point where he didn't even want to be kind of, like, seen near me.
Wait, just out of curiosity.
I'll tell you.
What's the ethnicity of the guy that we're talking about, and give me more.
The guy's Russian. Okay, the guy's Russian. Mm-hmm. And the girl is this small Asian Chinese girl. She's cute.
Okay.
And I would definitely consider my boyfriend to be handsome. Like, he's definitely one of the top good-looking guys in the team.
Okay.
Wait, can you still hear me? I feel like I'm driving into like a non-reception area.
Oh my god, no, don't say that. Don't say that. What?
No, I'm good. It's done. Okay, can you hear me though?
We're gonna let it slide. Go ahead.
All right, so So, okay, at soccer, he's acting super iffy and whatnot. And then she randomly comes up to me. No, she goes off to go get a water break. And I just join her, right? And we're chilling. And we've been on good terms. We're not close friends, but I would like consider her like a bro, like a homie. So her and I are talking and I bring up and I'm like, yo, he's been kind of off lately. And she's like, hey, Gigi, like, I just want to warn you. 2 weeks ago at a party on Friday, I was super drunk and he showed up last minute and he didn't even tell me that this party happened. He showed up drunk, super, like, no, he didn't show up drunk. She was super drunk. So she's like, I don't remember this. This is what the guys are telling me that were at the party. And mind you, we all play soccer together.
Right.
And apparently, like, he was getting super handsy with her, like on the couch. And I guess they were cuddling, like on the couch. And everyone's looking at this. He had 2 weeks to tell me. This guy started ignoring me for 2 weeks. And whenever I brought up anything, I was like honestly, like, what's happening? What's wrong? I'm like, do you want to break up? Like, why are you acting this way? He's like, no, I don't want to break up, but we need to have a relationship talk. And I was like, what do you mean relationship talk? Like, why not just break up if you're acting this way? He's like, no, we're breaking up. Like, we're not going to be breaking up. And then she tells me this. And, what I did was at the end of the soccer game, I was fuming. She told me this at the soccer game. This was Sunday. I was fuming, but I'm like trying to hold it in. I was like, should I just slap him in front of everyone? And then, basically at the end of the game, when everyone's like crowded around, I made an announcement and then I just shat on him. I went off. I was like, you're basically a fucking...
The after game huddle, right? Y'all all together now. What did tell me exactly what you said to him?
There's like 20 of them there. There's 20 people. And I was like, guys, this is going to be the last game I'm showing up to. Because just being around that environment literally like killed me. Knowing that there's a bunch of these guys that saw him do all this nasty shit with her. She tells me 2 weeks after. He's not telling me. And all these guys are looking at me like, you know, like they know what's up. And then I was just sitting there like, what the fuck? And when it all hit me, this is what I said. He sat down, I was like, guys, this is gonna be the last game I'm here for because this fucking idiot, and I just went off on him. I was like, this guy cheated on me, and the girl's name is Yo-Yo, okay? I was like, yeah, he cheated on me and tried taking advantage of Yo-Yo while she was drunk. He could have taken care of her, but he'd rather like be handsy with her.
You know, Yo-Yo was in there having a grand time hugging that nigga, man.
She probably was.
You know, Yo-Yo was just telling her this, you know, some I feel bad type of shit. Yo-Yo was on that motherfucking couch hugging him. Like, she been wanting to do that for real. You know, especially after she broke up with her mans.
Yep. And even when she was telling me something's not right, like she's telling me this and I'm just like, and she's like, Gigi, you can call me anytime. And then she apologized a lot. And then afterwards it called me. She's like, yo, I've never done this to a friend. Like I was so drunk. I genuinely don't remember anything. And she's like, yo, I'm here if you want to call me. Like, I'm genuinely so sorry. Like, I don't even like this guy, blah, blah, blah. I never talked to him at soccer, which is true. Like, they barely really ever talk. They don't even have each other on social media. And they've been playing soccer for like a year together. But yeah, no, something was definitely off about that. And then I like rated him in front of everyone. I was calling him pathetic, stupid. And you can hear a pin drop because it was so silent.
Okay. So what's the question you have? What's going on now? What's going on with the question?
So the question is, okay, I did that. I dumped him in front of everyone and I left and he blocked me off of everything except for like one, account, except for one Instagram account where like his picture is still there. I haven't deleted it because I haven't even been on that account yet. Like I would have to log in and everything. And like, should I be the one to like block last or like, because I would have to like go in and do all that type of stuff, or should I just like not give a fuck to even do that and delete pictures?
Gigi, are you 17?
I don't know. I know this is so stupid. Oh my god.
Are you a child, Gigi?
Sounds like it.
What are you asking me?
If I should be like fucking weird and petty back, like if I should like like the only places he hasn't blocked me, should I like try logging in and blocking him?
Because let's see you on blocks on every other page, right?
Yeah.
You reach out, you says, yo, Gigi, I'm sorry for what happened. You know, I know how I was wrong. I should have communicated. I shouldn't have cheated. So on and so forth. What are you gonna say? You're,
Nothing. I wouldn't reply back.
what was that, Gigi?
I wouldn't reply back.
So you're at the point now where it's like, okay, you know, cheating, deal breaker, never speak to you again. So why are you talking about a follow? Why are we talking about
No,
it?
I'm just saying,
What
I
I'm
know it's
saying,
stupid, but I'm just,
go ahead.
but do I have to do the whole, like, okay, unfollow, delete the pictures? Like,
Do it all.
I don't know. I've
If
never
you're
been in
done,
a situation. Like,
are you done?
I'm done.
So then your actions have to follow that. So just like how you're saying, if a guy really likes you, he has to show you that he likes you. Like actions matter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You got to take, you got to court you got to say the right things, you got to do certain things, right? How comes you can expect that same thing from yourself when it comes to being done with somebody, though? So what comes with being done with somebody? Whether that may be blocking them on everything, like deleting whatever you need to delete to make you feel comfortable, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So about this one time, how do I feel the most comfortable? You know what I'm saying? So do what you have to do.
Got it. Okay,
Simple.
okay.
All right. Appreciate you hopping on, man. All right, G.
Thank you. Bye.
Word up. I told y'all this. My block list is very long. I love a good block. I love a good luck to you on your future endeavors. And never speak to a motherfucker ever again. I love it. What's the word, Joy? Joy, you here? Joy, you here?
Yeah.
What's good?
Hello?
What's good? What's good?
Oh, okay. So there's this boy that I was dealing with. He's now blocked. He and I knew each other from like high school or whatever. And
How old are you guys?
higher, so
I can't hear you, Joy. Hello? Damn, what's up with y'all Wi-Fi? Joy, can you hear me?
oh,
Why do you keep cutting out?
turn it off. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear. Why you keep cutting out?
My bad. I think it's because I have the Wi-Fi on.
It's good. Wait,
So
so
we're
real,
both
real
24.
fast. Real fast. Okay, both 24. Okay, but good. Go ahead. Break it down.
And I had posted on my Instagram story about a soccer game, and he had slid up, and we were just like communicating about it. And he randomly asked me, well, not asked me, he popped up a comment. He was like, to be honest, like, I miss you. I have so much love and respect for you. And I was like, out of the blue, because I was like, well, I haven't talked to you since high school. So I told him, I was like, not too much, but I respect the comment. And then he was like, I'm just being honest. And then so we started talking. And then at one point, kind of weird because we were on the phone and he was making comments where it was kind of odd. Like he was sharing about his life in college and how he studied abroad. And he was talking about some woman who was like in her 30s or 40s. And he was like, oh, Alicia, I would name my daughter after her. And I was like, what? And he kind of
Wait,
like
out of
laughed at me.
curiosity, just before we get into that, how did you said you guys used to talk in high school?
Yeah, it was kind of like I like you, you like me, and then we started talking. But then I realized at that moment I was like, I don't think I want to like go forward with this because like I was still too young, and I was just like I don't know if I want to do this.
Cool. All right.
So we kind of just stopped. So yeah, so he made that comment, and then so in the back of my mind I was like, okay, that's weird. Like first off, you're immediately making that comment when we're trying to get to know each other. And then he also shared about how he was like, oh, I don't trust girls who dormed in college. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, because I've seen crazy things. And I was like, well, I lived in the dorm. So are you like, are you making assumptions that I did something crazy? He's like, well, I don't know, but I'm just making that statement. And I was like, well, I didn't. And he was like, okay, you're an exception. I'm like, okay. And then he also like made comments like,
I feel like the way he's trying to get point across is by bringing up other people to make her feel as though she's like an exception to whatever his rules normally are. And I know people do that. It's a bad way to act, though. You just sound childish. That just shows his brain didn't develop past high school.
Right.
Like by saying, I don't really normally like this type of shit, but knowing damn well that the girl he's talking to is a part that says shit that he doesn't like. And then saying, well, you know, you're an exception to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? To kind of make it's a childish tactic. But
I was kind of frustrated by that because I was like, why are we talking about college? Like, we graduated 2 years ago. Right. And then also I was like, what was the point of you saying that? I later found out from my friend that his roommate was kind of like a hoe in college. And so I don't know if that's what he's referring to or if he was also part of it. Yeah.
For sure. So are you still talking to him now?
Oh, no. She told me this information after he was blocked. Because I ended up blocking him because it was moments where like he would call me and we're on the phone for like an hour or so. And then he'll be like, oh, my phone is heating up. I'll call you back. And then he wouldn't call me back. And then he would like text me and be like, oh, my bad. I got caught up with work stuff. Like he would text me the next day. And then when I was like, okay, well, you said you were going to call me back. And he was like, you know how like with the iPhones, especially the 15, like nowadays it's like heating up and all that. I'm like, okay. And then another excuse.
There's something wrong with him though, because there's the things that he's saying and the way he's going about lying is just so obvious. Like, does he not know it's obvious? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even like he's like something's genuinely wrong with him though.
Right. And then also he asked me out to go watch the Spider-Man. And he was just like, oh, are we down to go see the Spider-Man movie? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure I'm down. Tell me why he never like set a date or a time or what we're doing. And he was like telling me to find the show times. I was like, why do I need to find out the movie times when you're the one who asked me out? And then so I got pissed off by it. So like I booked a ticket to go see the movie by myself because I was like, I'm not going to wait on you. I don't know why you're not even telling me the date and time. Like I'm the type of person where if we're making plans, I need to know the date and time. And he wasn't doing that. And he would tell me, he would be like, oh, I'll let you know by this day. And this day comes, he never lets me know.
Yeah, he's childish. For sure. But I'm being real. After I met this 30-year-old woman when I was overseas at school, and I needed to name my daughter after. After that comment, he would have got blocked by a lot of people.
Yeah, every time I was talking to him, I kept thinking about that comment because I was like, I don't know why he would say that. And then when I asked him, I was like, why would you say that? And he was like, sometimes I just say things, but I never like realize that it's coming off wrong, and I just say it. And I'm like,
you were dealing with one of the worst types of niggas, bro. I'm being real.
Yeah. So then before I blocked him, I just texted him and I was just like, I'm just not tolerating like the miscommunication, disrespect, like respectfully, like I'm just not doing that. And I ended up blocking him, and it was just driving me insane because I was like, what the hell just happened?
No, Aria, 100%. See, here's what I'm gonna tell you. What a lot of people don't like really fully recognize, and we seem to forget. I don't mean this in any judgmental. I'm not trying to be on that top timer, but a lot of y'all have to remember. There are people who, there's they had classrooms or 2 with 5 teachers, right? A lot of that took the small bus. A lot of those people grew up to be attractive. A lot of those people are still trying to date, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll approach. So you have to just kind of, sometimes when you're talking, you don't got to be judgmental about it, but sometimes when you're getting to know somebody, you got to look at the commentary. You know what I mean? Like, you got to look at some of the things that they're willing to say, like, and then just really think, would a normal person say this shit?
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, no, I'm not even, I'm being real. Like, it sounds like there's something wrong with him. Like, seriously, though. Like, and it's obvious. So, it definitely does give, like, narc, for sure. And I'm glad you dodged that bullet, though. Okay?
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. I appreciate you having on. No, but seriously, I've seen it in real life. Some of them don't care. That's not coming in. Yeah, that was it. 5 teachers and 2 kids, for sure. Mm-hmm. They were problematic. So, just be wary, y'all, who y'all be talking to, because you never know. All right. And some people just don't grow up too. I feel like a lot of people don't remember that. Some people really don't grow up. No, is that not facts? Let's see. Damn, I'm just accepting everybody. What's good, Cheese? What's the word?
Hello, my name's Chasa. Can you hear me?
Cheese, what's going on? I get you.
Okay, so this is what I wanted advice on. So
Take it down.
I had an ex and we broke up, and then like I had a kid with somebody else and all that. He moved on. But we recently reconnected.
Jesus, slow down. Okay. All right. How old are you guys?
I'm 25.
25. How old is he?
We're the same age.
Same age. Okay. So when you used to talk to him back then, was it a relationship?
Yeah, like we lived together. We had got our first apartment and like car together and stuff like that.
Okay. So it was a committed relationship. How long were y'all together?
We was only together for a year, but we broke up because I basically saw some weird messages between him and his stepsister. So I accused him of sleeping with his stepsister.
What was the weird messages? Like what made you feel like you slept with it?
They was creeping around together like at 2 a.m., like meeting up, I ain't know. And what else? He would like slide up on her snaps being like, "You look so good," when she had like a swimsuit on.
Yeah, that's
with
not.
some heart.
So that's not. He was just cheating, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, call that. That is. They're gonna get into. Okay, so you found out that he was cheating, broke up with him. You ended up getting into another relationship with somebody else. Well, whatever. Maybe you ended up getting pregnant. You had a child with that person that you dated after him, and then that didn't work. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it didn't work.
And then you ended up going back to the sister fucker?
Well, what happened was like he kept trying to add me on social media, and I don't know, I was bored. So I eventually entertained.
You were bored, so you entertained the sister fucker.
I mean, listen, it's bad, but at least it was a stepsister. If it was a real sister, I couldn't do it.
I think it makes a difference given the fact that you were in a relationship with them while it happened.
Okay.
Does it
Yeah.
make a difference?
I'm wrong, I guess. We're both wrong. That's kind of embarrassing. It's not my best.
Like being real though, like think about it. Like if somebody is willing to deal with their stepsister, they're willing to deal with anybody, right?
Yeah.
But we gotta like keep it a buck with each other though. Like sometimes, like they don't care. Okay, but all right. You ended up talking to him again. Break it down. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
Okay, so anyways, we ended up meeting up. We did something, whatever. And after that, like he was still texting me. We did something again. And then, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling right about the situation. So I basically ghosted him and I blocked him on everything. And like he hasn't reached out to me. So, and I haven't been talking to him, but that's what happened. But I wanted to know, like, since he never reached out to me, he never cared, right? Because he ain't reached out to me after I blocked him or everything.
Is that your shot in the back?
Yeah, we had a situationship. But, like, we were supposed to meet up again, but I randomly ghosted him. But he ain't reached back out, so.
No.
But even if he did, I would decline. But I just am one of those people. I'm a big ego person, so I like people to chase.
You do know you're a mom, right?
Yeah.
I want you to.
I didn't do this. Listen, I did this on my free time. Okay?
I understand on your free time, so on and so forth. But good God Almighty, right? You mean to tell me that you go back to the guy that cheated on you with his stepsister? That's strange enough. You end up doing things with this person with no substance. You end up fucking this individual out of boredom. I'm assuming that's what your excuse is.
Yeah.
So when you get bored, first of all, so when you get bored, you don't have your child with you. You seek attention from men. It doesn't matter who it is.
No, I felt comfortable because it was an ex. I didn't want to talk to a new person.
But think about what that ex did. You got to look at the bigger picture. I understand that none of us are perfect. You know, things that aren't always the best, right? But you have to address this shit now because, again, now you're going to have to, you have a child that you're going to have to set an example. You know what comes with it, right? So
Yeah.
if you're still associating with people that you know you're not supposed to associate with because you're bored, that's a big problem. And if the question that you're asking after you decide to cut them off because they're strangers, are they going to chase me? That means that there's a development issue here, right?
Yeah.
That means you still have the mentality of a high schooler. If you're worried about whether or not this person is going to chase you after you made the decision to cut them off because you felt worried about the situation that you were in, you're worried about whether they're going to chase you or not. There's a problem right here. Do you see that?
Yeah. That's
So
why I had to stop. Like, I'm trying to be better. I'm done. I had to like just take a break off of like social media for a while. I keep TikTok though because I'm entertained on here. But other than that, I had to like, you know.
do you have a better question for me other than whether he's going to chase you or not?
No, I don't have a better. I just felt like.
I'm sure whenever he gets
No, I know he's not, but that's good, you know.
But on the bright side, for Delulu Chiza, whenever he gets bored again and he wants some free coochie with no requirement, he knows who to find, right?
I
He
mean,
needs some free coochie with
yeah,
no
but I'm
requirement.
not. I said like that. It's over now because I had to, you know. I don't know. I had a realization
I'm
about
gonna hold your hands when I say that it's not over until he wants it to be over.
how he's not in control of this.
He's the one that reached out to you. He's the one that made an effort to any way to speak to you. And you went for it knowing who he was. So that's a pattern. The reason why I'm saying it this way, she says, because I want you to recognize the pattern and I want you to put a stop to it. Right? So
Yeah.
what you normally would go for on a regular basis, especially when it pertains to people that you've associated with in the past, I want you to stop it immediately.
Yeah.
That's why I have to word it to you that way. I mean, it's horrible, but it's a reality. It's true.
Yes, I'm stopping. I'm focusing on me. I'm not even talking to no dudes
What about when
anymore.
you get bored
Okay.
again? What about when you get bored?
Like I'm starting my hobbies that I used to be into, like social media. I'm going back to that, like content creation, stuff like that.
Okay. That's put your energy into things that could actually benefit you, right?
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear, man. Keep it going. All right, appreciate you hopping on, all right?
Thank you. I appreciate
All right,
it.
man. God. You could be a criminal. I see why some of y'all be I see why y'all be getting mad at niggas sometimes, because even in my own personal life, it don't matter what the nigga is and what he's showing the girl, these girls will have kids with them. They'll fuck like they don't even a nigga could be a wife. It don't matter what the nigga is. You could think of the most despicable nigga on this earth. He has a girl. He has a girl. It don't matter. like what the fuck? Let's see. Them niggas be having girls. They be having baby mamas. There be girls that I don't know how it happens though. Madison, what's the word, man?
Hi. Okay, so there's this Guinean guy that I've been talking to for a while. We met at my job.
Cool. Does he
He
work there?
is, huh?
Does he work there?
Yes, we both.
She went out. Hold on. Give her a second.
We went on 2 dates so far. Do you know what fuck me eyes are?
Wait. Huh?
Do you know what fuck me eyes are? It's a term. Like,
Yeah.
you do?
No,
Okay,
but
so
yeah.
you don't?
Explain it to me.
You know, just like those, like, you know how you give a girl a look to show them that you're interested in them?
Oh.
Or, you know, it's kind of like a,
Like when you look at somebody and it looks like there's like interest, it's fuck me eyes.
yeah.
Okay. So he gave you the break it down.
Yeah, okay. So he does that from like the time I clock in to like the time that I clock out. He literally will not go a second without trying to conversate with me. We've been on a couple dates. I told him that I got a ticket. He paid the ticket off for me. He always likes to bring like he likes to make this like Guinean stew chicken and like bring it to our job for me. The problem is he's 10 years older than me.
How old are you?
There's
How old are
nothing. Well, I'm 22, but
you?
I can barely hear you, by the way.
Now I'm
But
listening. I'm listening. Right now, I was
okay.
thinking he's 32, you're 22. I don't know what you think you're doing dealing with that type of person, but we're gonna get into it. Go ahead. Continue.
That was just my only question. I don't feel like he has any red flags so far.
If you were 32, would you date a 22-year-old?
Huh?
If you were 32, would you date a 22-year-old?
Well, I'm not a man,
It doesn't
so
matter. That's the mistake we make so often in this generation. Thinking that just because they're a man and they're older, ideally they may be more mature, or they might think a little bit differently because of their age, and it doesn't matter. That's the
okay.
problem. Do you not realize that? That is the biggest problem that we have, really. But that's besides the point. All right, so let me ask you a question. Do you go to work to make money or fuck niggas?
I've never shown interest in anybody at work.
Cool. So do you go to work to make money or fuck niggas?
I go to work to make money.
Okay. So why are you at your job, for one, looking at any fuck me eyes or going on dates with people that you work with? Why are you doing that?
I feel like I've been there for a while, so we kind of have we all hang out like outside of work. Like we all have our own cliques and stuff.
Love, I'm asking you a genuine question. If you're saying to me that you don't shit where you eat, right?
Wait, I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
If you're saying to me that you do not shit where you eat, right? You go to work to make your money, you mind your business, you go home. Why are you going on dates with an individual that works with you?
I've seen successful relationships with people who work together. I used to work at another job. I had a manager.
I'm going to ask you a question again.
Okay.
I'm asking you a question again.
Okay.
For one of the biggest rules in any job is that you don't date the people that you work with, right? That's a big HR rule. You don't do that, right?
Technically, yeah.
Not technically, yes. One of the biggest job rules is that you don't do that. So what makes you believe that it will make sense for you to go to your job and say, well, I've seen it work before, I'm gonna deal with it, I'm gonna try. Why do that? Why put yourself in a position to where, let's say for instance, maybe you do end up messing with this guy and it doesn't work. You still have to go to work and see this person every day. Why do that to yourself? Are you going to your job to look for a man, or are you going to your job to make your money? You kind of get what I'm saying?
That's kind of my point, though. Like, I'm already aware that the dynamics are like they're pretty stark, so I don't really have that many expectations.
But
what I'm saying,
you're not getting my point though, right? If you're going to your job and you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're not even thinking about an expectation. You're not thinking about what things could be if it goes wrong, because you're not engaging at all. Can you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that we get past that, maybe you don't agree with the whole not shitting where you eat thing. Cool. Where are we at now?
That was my only question, just the age gap thing.
The age gap? I don't believe that you should date somebody that's 32 and 22 years old. He's weird for that. He's a weirdo.
So, do you think that he like paid off my tickets and cooked for me to like kind of set like a trap?
So you were genuinely impressed by him paying off your ticket?
No, I just didn't.
But do y'all see why?
Oh God, here we go.
Okay, now let's do it. Let's go.
No, let's not.
Do y'all
Please.
see why it's so easy for older guys to actually get women that are much younger? Think about this for a second. She said one of the good things this man has done for me is he bought.
I have my own money. That's not what I'm.
Why would that be something that you would mention to me? Is that supposed to be like a good thing?
No, that was just an expression of the effort that he's putting in.
How was that effort though?
Okay. Well, thank you for answering my question.
The bigger picture that I want you to look at though, Madison, is that the reason why guys that are much older, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years older, will go for somebody that's that much, is because y'all are easily impressed. And y'all are more willing to deal with somebody that y'all work with. It's easy. Y'all are easy targets. Easy peasy, lemon and squeezy.
Okay. So
You understand why now?
yeah, I do. So like what would you say is a reasonable age gap then?
Not
So
10
like
years. I say once you hit the age of 25, that frontal lobe is developed, so on and so forth. You can stretch it a little bit, but especially when you're like in your lower 20s, you have a lot more to experience. You don't want to deal with somebody that's already, you know what I'm saying, that's 10 years older than you.
Miss Lawyer? Who's a lawyer? Okay. Well, thank you for that.
No. I appreciate you dropping on. Oh, Madison. Some of y'all still be going to work to find niggas. It's never that deep. I would tell y'all to go on a dating app before I tell y'all to go to work and find a nigga. Matter of fact, if you're at your job right now and there's a nigga, or especially if it's somebody that's much older, report them. Like, I'm dead ass. Let's see. What's going on, man?
Hey,
How you doing?
hey. So my name Kaya and I'm 22. My name Kaya and I'm 22.
Okay, break it down for me, man. What's going on?
So it's this boy that I met when I was in middle school, but we never really talked or nothing until I got into high school. Well, both of us got into high school, and we experimented like once, and then after that, we didn't really talk.
What's your definition of experimental? What did y'all do?
You know, we were sexual.
Okay, so what year were you born?
2004.
Continue.
Okay, so after that, we really ain't talked or nothing. But recently, he asked me to go on a date, and I agreed to go on the date and stuff. And he paid for everything and stuff. I really didn't have to do nothing. But afterwards, we was talking and stuff. But then it just got like slow. Like he wasn't really talking or whatever.
Wait, what? Wait, what was that?
He wasn't really talking
On the
to
date?
me. Like, no, after the date.
Okay.
So I had brought that up to him, and he was like, he was working or whatever. Because I guess after the date, he had got back on the road because he a truck driver. And we just was barely talking. We were just barely talking, and I
So
was,
did y'all do anything? I mean, was y'all intimate at all within that time period though? Like since he came back?
yeah.
Oh no, I'm asking. No. I'm being serious.
Okay.
This is a very serious question. I need to ask everybody in this live. How do y'all still fall for the okie doke?
What you mean?
Like, so you just said right when y'all first interacted was when y'all were much younger. Y'all ended up quote unquote experimenting, and that was the nature of our relationship before, right?
Yeah.
You hear me? When they came back around, and the same individual came back around years later. Y'all went on a date, but y'all also did the weekend, right?
Yeah.
But you also know that he's a truck driver, so he's not around as much. Were you expecting conversation from this person?
Yes. I don't know. I just thought like if we went on a date, then we
You
would.
thought if y'all went on one date and he paid for it, that he would be more serious and it would be okay to fuck him again?
Mm, I guess.
And this is the truck driver that we're talking about.
Yes.
Type shit. Okay. All right. All right, go ahead. All right. I'm gonna go along with it. Is there any question that you have for me?
Yes. So after that, he said his auntie died, and then he stopped talking to me. It was been like a week or something, and I wanted to ask you like, should I be mad that he basically ghosted me after his auntie died, or like, should I be understanding?
His aunt is alive.
So you think he lying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, see, I'm gonna let you know, since apparently it's not obvious. He has no interest in talking to you. He only wanted to fuck again when he was in town. He got what he wanted. Now he's back on the road. He has no interest in speaking.
Okay. Thank you.
So do what you will with that information, okay?
Okay.
Like, am I crazy for thinking that's supposed to be obvious? No, this is like, that's like, it's, let's see. Yeah, why he do his auntie like that though? She alive and well, chilling right now as we speak. He telling this girl that she done passed away.
Ew.
Oh shoot, my bad. I keep doing that. It keeps delaying. Hold on. Yo, Guido, request again. All right. Let me speak to her first. All right.
Can you hear me?
What's going on?
Oh, okay. I met this guy when I was selling something on Facebook Marketplace, and from there he asked for my number and everything.
Hold on, wait. Do you have headphones?
Oh no, I don't.
Can you go somewhere that's
Am I too low?
quiet? Yeah, go somewhere that's a little more quiet so we can hear.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically, I was trying to sell a backpack on Facebook Marketplace, and he bought it, and I complimented his outfit, and he just asked for my number and my Instagram, and then we went out, hung out and everything, and we were dating for like a good 4 months, and I had a trip to Atlanta for a concert, and I had invited him to come, and he came with me. So at this point, it's like 5 months, and he brought up the conversation like, hey, I do like you, and I want to make us official, right? So I'm like, okay, great. So it's 5 months. I've already met his family, been over his house, met his niece, and then he met my mom, my aunt.
So I'm assuming now y'all in a committed relationship.
No, not yet. That's the thing, because we're dating and everything like that. We went on the trip and we came back, and that's when he was like, hey, okay, so do you want to do like a private or public proposal? And I was like, it doesn't matter. So I was expecting him to do it that month, which was last month, but he didn't. And then I brought up the conversation at the end of the month, and then he was like, yeah, he's ready to date and everything like that. But I'm just like, what's the holdup with you asking me to just be your girlfriend? It's not like a whole marriage proposal or anything like that. So then we were talking recently. We hung out and we went to church together. And after church, we went somewhere to eat. And once again, in a kidding way, like I brought it up, not in a serious kind of thing, but just like, so when are you going to ask me? He already knows how he wants to ask me and when he will. So probably like this month, I'm guessing, because we were looking to go to Orlando next month. But yeah, and then he also did get me something for...
Let me just point something out to you real fast. Mm-hmm. Right? So you said that this individual, I'm going to talk about where you met him in a second. I just want to just...
Okay, wait. Okay, so I'm 22 and he's 24.
Okay, so hold on. So let me just clarify, right? So you said he brought up the whole relationship thing to you 5 months in.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And in response to that, you said, it doesn't matter whether it's public, private, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And even within that conversation itself, he chose not to ask you, or
No, that's the weird thing too, because
it's not
even
weird.
on
It's not weird. What it tells you is there are guys who will say what should be done to throw you off their scent. So if I can announce what my initial intention is and what I want to do, I might stop her from asking about it.
okay.
Are you catching what I'm saying?
Yeah, like breadcrumbs.
This situation he set himself up a little because he mentioned it to you, he brought it up, and then when you let it be known, well, it doesn't matter whether you do it publicly or private, it could be anywhere, just as long as you say it or you ask, right? You simplified it for him, but within that you simplifying it, he's still prolonged.
Right.
What does that tell you?
I don't know. I feel like I've been asking everybody and they're like kind of half and half, like, oh yeah, it only takes 3 months for a guy to know and ask. After that, just let him go. And then some people, they're like, oh, he asked me at 6 months or a year. I'm definitely not waiting a year, but yeah. And then Girlfriend's Day happened. He did get me a card that said that that I'd be his girlfriend soon. And flowers.
You got your card that said No. Come on. You can't be on here trolling me, bro. You can't be on here trolling me. So on
I'm so serious. I'm so serious. That's why I kept every live that you had, I had to
slow down. What did the card say?
It said Happy National Girlfriend's Day to my soon-to-be girlfriend. And then he got me flowers.
That's not funny. That's not funny. He's playing. He's definitely trolling. She's trolling.
Yeah, but everything a couple does.
Look, I do realize that there are people who get real life personal gratification for knowing that somebody wants to move forward, that somebody wants something serious, but they don't necessarily want it. Mm-hmm. So they get, it's a validation thing. I know this person wants this. I know that's not really what I want from them, but I like the idea that somebody wants to be that serious with me. I like the idea that I have control over where this goes. Uh-huh. So y'all may ask, well, why the fuck does he keep doing it when he can just eat, simplify it? It's because to him, it's like it's like feeding his ego in a way.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so what do you think I should do? I know you're going to be like, okay, let him go. But should I give him until the end of the month to see if anything happens or just call it quits?
You're asking me if you should wait for him to pick you or not?
No.
I mean, if you want to.
Okay, so I'm guessing probably just let it go.
Yo, did you just hear? I just literally picked the whole situation apart for you. Mm-hmm. Even if you did ask at the end of the month, how would you feel?
Well, I'd be like, finally, he asked me, which is. Okay,
it'll be different. It will be so much more. It'll be so much different if she didn't even say, or she made it so clear though. Hey, bro, it could be simple.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It will be like, yo, hey.
Okay. Everybody, thank you for the advice and everything. That really. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate
you. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck about what I just said out my mouth. Matter of fact, she'll be waiting. I mean, even if she has to wait until November, she'll be waiting. Trust. Yeah. It sounds like he already got her. Let's see. Soon to be girlfriend is insane. Arrest him. I'm still thinking about this shit. Arrest that nigga right now. Right now. Let's see. Let's get you back here.
Hello.
What's the word?
Hi. I just have a quick question just to see if you have anything to add up So long story short, I've met a guy while I was out, just went for dinner. We met, then starting to talk from there. So he doesn't live in the UK, but in the US. So we started to talk. Very nice, sending flowers, sending money here and there. And then we had a fallout because I felt like he didn't have empathy when I needed it.
Wait, just so I'm clear. So you meet this guy while you're out for dinner.
Yeah.
He's not from the UK. He lives in the US. I'm assuming you live in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess y'all start talking after that.
Yeah, that's correct.
Where does him sending money come in? Did you ask him, or is it just he?
No, I did not ask him. So I would just sit and he'd be like, "Oh, I get this for lunch, or do this for dinner, XYZ." So I've never asked for anything.
Okay, but now obviously it's long distance because he's back in the US now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
So actually, this happened 2 years because he did something that is so funny that I just had to share with you.
Okay.
So basically, I stopped speaking to him because there were some time when I had family that were sick, and I felt like he didn't have empathy, basically. So therefore, I just kind of stopped talking to him because I was like, there is, no sense to do so. We just left it like that. Then he was, stalking me on Instagram, so I blocked him because why would you still look what I'm doing? And then just now he just texted me and say, "Hi, stranger."
On what? What is it like?
On iMessage.
Okay. Getting blocked on there?
No, the thing is, I didn't block him on there because I was like, to me, I didn't find the reason to block, so I just left it there. I left it on red when I felt like there was nothing to move forward with him. So I just left it like that. I'm not into like the blocking. That's me. I don't judge. So I just left it there. But then I saw that he came on my Instagram to watch what I was doing. So I blocked him there.
Because of that.
Then on the phone, I didn't block her. I was like, this was a long time ago. And then just now he just say, "Hey, stranger." And I'm in shock because I'm just like, what? So I just left it on red once again. But then I was like, why would you take the time to every time try to, I don't know. So should I just block him or left it like that? That's my question.
He got the right one. So the thing about you though is you're telling yourself one thing, but in reality you feel a whole other way. Kind of get what I'm saying? Because why, if you don't really care for it, if you don't care for the situation, you blocked them for your good reasons, however long ago, why are you still worried about, why is whether you should block this person not even a question after they reach out? Because you're saying he was looking at your Instagram, you blocked him for that.
Yeah.
Now he's messaging you. Why wouldn't it be the same reaction?
And you're right, because I was just like, what the hell? But yeah, I'll just block him. That was my question.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, man. You got the right one. Hey, man. Let's see. Who do we have? Now we got Ken up here, man. Straightforward shit, man. I need y'all to challenge me with one of these situations, man. What's going on, Ken?
Oh, hello?
What's the word?
Nah, I was just, I had an opinion on, I guess, really just how it is from women to men. So, obviously, men, you have your pick of the litter, whoever you want, date, have it your way. But as women, what is the problem with doing the same, picking the same, especially when it comes to women who I've noticed it's a problem when it comes to the money situation. A lot of women pick, okay, I want a guy who is able to, I can hold myself when it comes to finances, but I want a man that's able to hold my own kind of weight.
Yeah, like either add to what you got going on, like that's what you'd want.
So what is the problem with that?
Oh, there's no
That's
problem.
my number one thing. Like
There's no problem.
I've noticed a lot of guys are, oh, she wants me to pay for the bills, this, that, and third. Not necessarily. What if I want you to pay for just my dainty kind of things, like
Bro,
my nails, my hair,
it's
but
not.
I
There's
can
not
pay for
it's not
my
a
rent, my
problem.
car note. Like, what's the problem with that?
It's not a problem. I just feel like you got to date somebody who's on that type of timing, like who's for one financially in position to do so, and also like there's plenty of guys who are generous just like that. There's some guys who aren't providers, if you will, and there are guys who more likely, if they really like the girl, they will. So it's just about dating people who one are financially in a position to do what you're looking for, right? And people who are genuine with what they do, because a guy could give you money and do what you want, but it may not be genuine. Kind of get what I'm saying?
True.
There are guys who have money who will pay your bill, who will look out for you, and maybe buy you gifts here and there, but they're only doing that to get ideally what they want for them to control the situation.
But that's also sort of a problem. That's where like a problem is that. So why doesn't necessarily? Okay, so I meet a guy that can pay my bills. Why does everything seem transactional? That's what it boils down to. Everything seems super transactional. And that's ugly.
Because at the end of the day, if that's just what it is. Again, there are situations, relationships that have substance, right? It's not just about the money. Both individuals may have their own money, right? But the guy is just naturally, hey, I want to be able to take care of this, that, and the third. And maybe they're a little bit more traditional, but there's still substance in that scenario. Kind of get what I'm saying? It's just what I always tell my audience is that they should always have their own. Expect a lot, yes, but always have your own. Be able to provide what you're looking for. You kind of get what I'm saying? That way it makes sense for everybody. That way you can't be financially manipulated. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Fair.
That's kind of that's all I tell them. But whatever you feel as though you deserve it. But just make sure that you look out for yourself when it comes down. That's it.
No, that's fair. No, it's fair, and I don't disagree. So fair point.
All right, can appreciate you helping out, huh?
All right.
All right, man. What's the word? Yeah, I would never tell anybody to depend on nobody out here, because especially with social media, and I wouldn't tell anybody to depend on anybody. Especially the niggas that really have the money, the millionaires, the 6-figure earners, they're looking for people who are vulnerable. Some of them are looking for people who can't really provide certain shit for themselves so they can have some control. Right? Blueface, for example. You know what I'm saying? They want to build somebody up from the ground up. They want to build them up a Krishan. They want to build them a Nevaeh or whatever. They want to build that because automatically when you have that money, you have that status, it puts you here. I'm giving y'all an example. A nigga that has money, that has a career, that you know what I'm saying? That's just it's a hard, it's not a, but it's what it is. They look for that. So, yeah, I don't know if y'all been seeing the clips, but he's been telling that one Nevaeh girl, well, you know what the fuck I had going on before I had it. You know what I'm saying? What you think? I think he said, what did he say? He was like, you really thought you was gonna find a nigga with money that has a nice ass house, and you just gonna, he's just gonna do what you want. I think it's sad, but that's how a lot of them think. She did, S-Doll, but again, that's the ego that comes with being a guy that has money and status in their mind. Nostalgia, what's the word? Yo. What's going on?
Oh, no.
Oh. Damn. Right before I clicked. All right, let's do it. You can request again on Nostalgia. I got you.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry about that. I'm actually at work, so I stepped out. I'm so sorry.
All good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. What's going on?
Yes, thank you so much. I really don't have a question because I've been watching this live and it's really helped, but I just want to know from the male perspective, like, how should we navigate these men? Like, what are things that we should be doing?
You don't navigate. No, that's the point. You don't. Your job as a woman isn't to navigate men.
Okay. So then
I'm being so serious, and correct me if I'm wrong. The farther you get from that mindset, that to some degree male-centered mindset, the better your life will become. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think that's true. To not be male, I think that's true. Yeah, I've definitely been working on
If I'm
that.
being real, I'll say this again. As a guy, we can see it. So I'm not just saying this because, oh my God, just to sound like the typical. I'm saying, as a guy, one of the first things that you will see about a woman is how male-centered she is. So just don't have that mindset to where you have to navigate this, and maybe I gotta use this method, or maybe I got, just be yourself, do what you can do to make sure you're good, and see if shit happens. Don't think too much into it though.
No, that's real. I really appreciate that. I think that's real. That's all. Thank you.
I understand. I appreciate you having on. Tell y'all, man, the less you think about us, the better. And I'm just being real with y'all. Where's Bella? She's out. She's in the living room. Yo.
Hi.
What's the word?
So, I've been talking. 1 second.
Yeah, you sound mad far. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, I've been talking to this guy, and he's like a decade older than me. I'm 20, he's 30. And he's like a business owner, and he's wanting to get to know me and all that, but I'm like prioritizing school and stuff. So I don't know if I should really invest in it.
This is 21 plus. Invest. Yeah, I hear that? Same thing. And it's so funny how I'm so glad I do these lives, because y'all will hear some of the same types of situations from different people, and it will show you how common it is. Now we have a 20-year-old talking about she wants to invest in this business owner that's 30. Y'all gonna learn the hard way, man. I see it. To answer, no. There's no investment there. He's a weirdo. Get away from him. I'm gonna ask the same question I asked the girl before you. If you were 30, would you want to deal with a 20-year-old?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but I'm asking, but you wouldn't, right? You wouldn't, right? Why not?
Because I'm still in the beginning phases of my life.
Okay, and you don't have anything in common with somebody that maybe that young.
Right.
But see, to them, they're not looking at it that way. They're looking at it from a perspective of, I have money. I'm more stable. She's younger, trying to figure herself out. It's easier for me to work with that rather than somebody that's 28, does have their shit together, does have their own money, and has a higher expectation. See, you're 20 talking about investing. Good God. Investing in a man.
I mean investing time and dating him.
Time, dating, all of that. My point still stands. So I'm just letting you know what it is, though, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Straightforward. Let's see. I wouldn't say sure ruin the generation. I just think that there are younger girls who may have taken certain advice that they can't really handle. If you get what I'm saying? Some advice that she gives is directed at especially women who can look out for themselves if need be. You know what I'm saying? What's good?
Hi, can you hear me?
What's going on?
So I just have do you do mental questions?
Huh?
Kind of.
Well, my whole life is mental. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to make sure, because it's something that happened years ago, and it's coming up. So just for some backstory, it's about my child's father. We were together for going on pretty much 4 years.
Okay.
And it was pretty much, in the beginning, it was mentally draining, and then it was mentally abusive,
Okay.
and then later on when I got my own place and stuff, that's when it started to get abusive and stuff. So I wound up getting out of that relationship. It's going on 2 years now.
Okay.
And pretty much about when we had met, I was 18 and he was 21. So now I'm finna be 23 years old. And we have to go to court for one of the domestic violence situations.
No, I was just saying thank you.
So we have to go to court for domestic violence. So it happened like about 2 years ago during Christmas time, and he had hit me like we were fighting over my car because he was pretty much mad that my boy best friend was like in town for college and stuff, and spending time with the family and stuff. So he was like, oh, like come out to the party, all of our friends are coming. And I had invited my child's father because we were dating, and he was like, no, I don't want to go, but you're not allowed to go. And he was just being like really like controlling. Like he was like, yeah, none of your friends are supposed to see our child, that whole controlling thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like,
now, trust me, I see it.
right. So he was just like doing all that stuff. And then I was like, well, we just got in like a big fight, and we started fighting over my car keys because he was like, oh, well, since you want to go to a party with all these people, I'm going to take your car. So we fought over my car. Right. And then once we fought over my car, he punched me in my face. Like it was just one punch. And then, yeah, he literally
he balled his fist up and like punched you in your face.
Right. Yeah. So I wound up going like, it was like, blood everywhere. And I wound up going to the hospital. Yeah. Off of one punch, going to the hospital. And then basically he was like, don't say nothing. Just say that you got hit in the face with like, a ball, cause
okay.
Right. Like pretty bad. So he was like, so I wound up not doing that. I wound up saying what it was. So because, at least where I am, because I'm in Georgia, anytime a domestic violence situation happens, you have to report it with the hospital. But I didn't know that it would be like this big thing. I thought I'd just say it and they take my report and it's just that, and I just move on mentally. But no, I didn't know. I was like 20 at the time. So I was like, oh, okay, didn't know. Wind up, fast forward to now, we had like this whole thing because I kept passing out basically after that situation, and turns out he gave me a fractured brain. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So now, well, not now, last year, they wind up telling me, oh, well, based off of that situation, we're going to have to report it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't care. So they wind up reporting it. They wind up giving him a warrant and stuff. He got arrested last year. And then this year, he pleaded not guilty, of course. So this year in September, we have to go to court about the trial and stuff like that. So my question to you is, how can I tried looking like basically all the messages. So they said just pretty much, it's not me taking him to court, it's the county that's taking him to court about it. And they were like, oh yeah, so all the pictures that you have, all the screenshot, all the evidence, all the stuff that you want to say, basically just bring that forward. And it's like me just trying to go through my phone and look at all the evidence and look at everything. Yeah, I have a lawyer. So I have to give that information to my lawyer. And I'm just like, I've pretty much just been crying, not because it's like, I know why I was with him, because like, every person wants, I had like a pretty bad childhood and I wanted a family.
Right, you were, I see.
Yeah, right. Didn't
and the reason why I know somebody in real life right now that's actually going through something very similar, maybe not to this extent, but ending the day and messing with this person that ideally shouldn't have been messing with, having a kid with him, so on and so forth, and so on. They're kind of still dealing with it now. So I could kind of in Georgia. So I kind of have the advice that you need here. But go ahead.
Yeah. So, so it's really just like, I don't want to like protect him. I don't want to do none of that. Like, I could really care less. Even when I left him, he was just like, oh, well, if you're going to leave me, then I want nothing to do with our child and stuff like that. So he's not even in our daughter's life. I haven't talked to him in like 2 years, but then now
it was never about the child, man.
Right. It was never about the child. He really just wanted control he really just wanted control. And like, I know all of that and all that, but it's like, I haven't talked to this man or seen this man in like 2 years. And then here it is. Now I gotta speak on why
It's traumatic. You gotta
right, something that pretty much happened to me. And I just feel like, well, how can I really go based off of this situation? Because my mom, she's a little old school, so she doesn't really understand. And my dad is too. And like, I've talked to friends and stuff, but I was like, I don't really know what, like, mentally, like, what's a good thing for this, because it's like anytime I look at the pictures or the screenshots, I just cry. Not because it's like, dang, I miss him or like anything like that. It's really just like, right. It's really like, it makes me hate myself because it's like, dang, I really stayed in a relationship with a man that was genuinely trying to kill me. And then all because I wanted my daughter to have a relationship with with her dad and stuff. And then here it is, it's just like, all over the place. And it's just like, I don't know how in September I can talk and say, because I've been defending myself this whole time to his family, not only just like with him, like his whole mom, like crazy, like they're really just a whole bunch of narcissists.
They're gonna manipulate, they're gonna bully you to an extent because they felt as though you didn't have to go that far. But
and it's like I have to keep defending myself and to keep talking about it. And it's like really draining. And like, I don't even care if he goes to jail. I don't care if they do put him in jail. I just want him to get the fuck out my life. Like, I don't care about nothing. And I try to get out of it and like see if my lawyer could talk to them for me. But no, they said that they needed me. And I'm just like,
okay. Well, what I will say is, so to address the first thing about, you to some degree blaming yourself because you put up with so much, and then it got to that point. For one, when we were younger, it's like you said, a lot of us, we have traumas. There are things that we didn't understand at a younger age, and we make certain decisions. You don't blame yourself for that, though. Yeah. Right? That's the first thing that I need you to understand. The decisions you made when you were 18, 19 years old, you were still learning, you were still young mom, so on and so forth. You don't to any type of degree blame yourself for that. Also, when it comes to guys like him, they have a way of being violent, but within the same breath, on the flip side of that, convincing you that this is the right place to be. And some of them, what they'll do is they'll give you a child. Right? They'll impregnate you because to them, regardless of who they are, that's the permanent connection that they need. So understand the position that you were put in, without really. You kind of get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's what they like to form these permanent connections because they know that they will never change as an individual, but they like something about you. There's something about you that they you know what I'm saying? So understand that happening. It wasn't your fault. And now you really have even just kind of the opportunity to kind of get what I'm saying? Like, you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, anybody, I swear to God, anybody who does, especially as a grown man, put their hand on a woman, I think they deserve the deepest parts of jail. Fuck whatever his family has to say. Because, of course, they're going to, to some degree enable and try to defend, I didn't have to go that. No. Y'all should have checked y'all son or y'all family member from they were younger. They didn't have to get here if y'all did y'all job, right? So, don't feel guilty. Don't blink. Because, honestly, if you don't do what you need to do at this point in time, there could be an opportunity, a chance that he may move on and do that to somebody else. Not saying it will be your fault, but not standing the opportunity to make sure that he sees there's consequences to his actions. Yeah. Unfortunately, sometimes that is put on y'all. You do have to go in there and but he needs to learn that there is consequences to doing shit like that. And so that's crazy. Look at what he did to you.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't want you to. And a lot of people are like, especially like my boy best friend, he beats himself about it because he's like, I feel like I'm the reason why you're in this situation. I should have never texted you. And I was like, you shouldn't have to, beat yourself up about it. Cause me and him been friends since like second grade. So like my family and his family is like all cool. And it's like, it's just a big thing. And it's like, he's just done like year after year after year, done so much stuff. And then like when I would leave, he would be like, oh, I'm off myself, or I'm taking my child away from you. Like I'm getting full custody.
You and your family and your child, your daughter, y'all are, I don't know how to, because this situation is so crazy. I don't even know how to put it into words. Anybody who's willing to avoid being a father, if there's a lack of control, is a very dangerous person.
Yeah.
Is a very dangerous person. For anybody in here who may be dealing with maybe you have a baby daddy and you kind of see that it's not even about the child. You run for your life.
And like I've heard you say like before, like, oh yeah, like a lot of girls be delusional about like the baby daddy because they really do want a family, and that's correct.
No, it's not
Like
about
a lot
the
of
problem is it's not
people.
about a family though. I love you can't even, you know, some people gotta understand if you wanna have there are situations that fear the child better when there is co-parenting, or not even that, if you will. You just have to look at the character of the dad. You have to look very closely at the character. You don't want that thing raising your child.
Oh yeah, no.
You don't even want him around him.
Yeah, no. He hasn't been, like I said, he hasn't been around her or me in like going on 2 years now, actually. So it's like he don't give money. His family, like I cut everybody off. Like I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
what I like to
okay, we're
hear.
done. And it's been 2 years, but it's just like now I gotta look at them and do like this whole trial thing because they were like, oh yeah, it's
I
a
see where you're coming
4
from.
day,
I
4 day
see it.
trial and all this other stuff, and I've
What
just been mentally going crazy, low key.
you've done a great job thus far. What I will say, and what I would say is, you know, it's always good to also have somebody you can talk to on a weekly basis, a therapist, a professional that you could kind of express these things, especially as you're going through this time. It's very important. I don't know if you have a therapist already, or somebody, or even a mentor, somebody you can talk to consistently. But I think that will be the difference making in a scenario like this.
Okay.
Somebody a weekly talking to, if you will. All
right. Thank you so
much. And if
much.
anything, you could always join a live. If anybody has any support for her, any other alternatives, make sure y'all contact her. Her page is right here. Go ahead and do so, please.
Thank you.
I appreciate y'all being on. Nah, it's sad because it's so crazy because I'm seeing this scenario right now in real life, and I just wish the person that I'm talking about, they see how where it could get to. That's kind of why I couldn't even really express myself in this scenario, because I'm like, damn, like I'm seeing this shit in real life. But I'm really proud that she's taking the necessary steps for real, because a lot of people won't be able to do it. That's crazy.